And welcome along to the match as Real Madrid are in Denmark to play the final game in this season's Champions League group stages. The Whites taking on FC Copenhagen on Tuesday evening. Sid Lowe is with me as ever to preview the game. Sid, welcome along.
Thanks very much.
Now, it's quite nice to go into a final group game of the Champions League without too much pressure on it. Real Madrid, of course, have qualified top.
Yeah, and that's the key thing, isn't it? It's getting through, but also getting through top of the group, which in theory at least, although the draw will then decide, in theory at least makes things easier from here on in for the rest of the tournament. It also enables Carlo Ancelotti, should he wish to do so, to rotate the side, to maybe give some minutes to some players who wouldn't otherwise have the opportunity, to make them feel like they're part of the work that he's doing going forward. And it also, as you say, means that the players can go into the game without pressure, just to enjoy it. That's not to say necessarily that it will be easy, because Copenhagen have not lost a Champions League game at home, but I think Madrid will be fairly confident. Now,
we were just speaking to a Danish journalist who described Real Madrid's arrival in the Danish capital today as like Beatlemania. Lots of Madridistas there.
Well, we've gone from music to music, because Solbakken was also describing this as Copenhagen playing against Top of the Pops. So,
yes.
So we've gone from Beatlemania to Top of the Pops, and there's definitely an element of that, isn't there, of the excitement of Real Madrid coming. And this is a Copenhagen side that, even if the fans are excited, even if the local media side are excited, it's a Copenhagen side that will be determined to try and play well, determined to try and make a point. And we saw them against Barcelona in the Champions League a few seasons ago play really, really well at home and genuinely cause problems for a Barcelona side who at that stage was playing extremely well itself.
Well, let's hear from the Real Madrid manager. Carlo Ancelotti has been speaking at the pre-match press conference.
I think that Copenhagen is a good team, above all when they play home. And so I think that they don't need the bad weather, bad pitch. They need to play at the best. We are to do the same. And who played the best, I think that is going to win. Copenhagen ha hecho buenos resultados, soprattutto a casa.
They've been quite solid at home against Galatasaray, Juventus, because they play as a team, as a unit, and that's their strong point. They play as one, they defend well, they're quite aggressive when they play, quite a hard football, plenty of contact, and what they do well.
Carlo Ancelotti speaking in the pre-match press conference. Now, he's already said Cristiano Ronaldo will play. There's no Sergio Ramos, there's no Rafael Varane. Who do you think is going to feature for Real Madrid? Well,
I mean, in a way, it's maybe a very small surprise that he's admitted that Ronaldo's going to play. He's come off the back of a 2-week injury, and there might have been a temptation to leave him out for another 4 or 5 days to make sure he's fully fit and fully rested. But I suspect that it's Cristiano Ronaldo himself who really wants to play and wants to continue scoring goals in the Champions League and perhaps increase that lead he has at the top of the goal scorers chart, which I think is genuinely significant. Already 8 goals this season in the group stage alone. It's a fantastic record. Top scorer, of course, last year. The fact that, as you mentioned, Ramos is out because of suspension, Varane is still injured, we're not really expecting him until after Christmas, means that I think the back four will be almost certainly Pepe and Nacho at centre-back, with Arbeloa at right-back and Marcelo at left-back. I have a very slight doubt in the middle of midfield whether Ancelotti will play both Mendy and Xabi Alonso, whether there might be a temptation perhaps to protect Alonso as he did in the Copa del Rey. Up front, Bale, Benzema and Ronaldo seems to me to be logical. Question mark then would be who plays behind them. Would it be Modric as the extra midfielder effectively to make a 3, or will it be Isco to make a 2+1? I would lean towards Isco.
OK, well, remains to be seen who Carlo Ancelotti chooses for Tuesday night's game in Copenhagen. Before we go, let's just take a quick look at how Group B currently stands. It makes very, very good reading for Madridistas. Real Madrid are currently top of the group. They're guaranteed top spot, win, lose or draw. Juventus will go through with them if they get a draw or a victory in Istanbul against Galatasaray. But that, of course, isn't going to be easy. So as we said, Real Madrid through top of the group, regardless of what happens. Right, that's all we've got time for in this edition of the match. Very briefly, a quick prediction.
Real Madrid to win 2-1.
OK, that is all we've got time for on this edition of The Match. Keep sending us your tweets using the hashtag TheMatchRM and keep subscribing to the official Real Madrid YouTube channel. Until next time, it's adios.